Thank you for joining me on exercise 3b. I'm going to be looking at question 1 part C. This is solve the following equations by completing the square. Give your answers in exact form. Well, let me mention something about completing the square. What we're going to do is we're going to use a rule which is a plus b squared equals a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. And what we're going to do is we're going to get it in this form, which is the reverse. We're going to turn our equation into this form, and then we're going to replace this form with its equivalent, which is a plus b squared. And that's completing the square. But completing the square is starting with two terms and finding out what is that extra term that will make it a completed square. And so let's have a look, and we do that by breaking up our coefficient and to be 2b. Let's have a look at 1c. And we've got x squared minus x minus 1 equals 0. Now I like to take that constant over here to be 1. Take that constant away. Now at the moment I've got these two terms here, and x squared is like a squared and a is x, but we've got this 2b here, and that number 1, that coefficient there, is like 2b. So if 1 is equal to 2b, what I'd like to do is halve the 1, and b is a half. And so I do that by adding half of b squared, this is b, on both sides. Adding half of b squared on both sides. So I'll add half of that negative 1 squared, half of that negative 1 squared. And now we've got a completed square. We've got it in the form of a squared plus 2ab plus b squared, and a is x and b is negative a half. And there we have it, complete the square. All right, a little bit complicated, I know, but this is in the form of x squared minus 2 times x times negative a half plus negative a half squared, and that's b. b is negative a half, 2 times x times negative a half. So if you can see that, lovely, that's completing the square. On the right hand side, we just work this out to be 1 plus 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, so that becomes 5 over 4. Let me just change that to 5 over 4. And I'll take that square across to be plus and minus the square root of 5 over 4. So we've got x plus and minus a half, and we've got plus and minus. We've got root 5 on the numerator, and over 4 is 2. Take that half across to negative a half to be positive a half, and we've got our answer. We could say that x is equal to 1 plus and minus root 5 all over 2, and there's two answers there. One is the positive 1 plus root 5 all over 2. The other is the negative 1 minus root 5 all over 2. But we don't have to turn this into decimal because we stop when we've got surds, which is our exact form. I hope this has helped. Until next time, stay happy.